Best in the IHL. And Derek Wilkinson, 10-7-1. He's a rookie, 8th best in the league at 3.18. The officials for tonight: Joe Ernst is the referee, Mark Kadori, and Doug Wilson are the linesmen. Doug Wilson being brought out of his retirement.
I know, I thought he retired. I guess they had a few injuries due to linesmen, so they reenacted him.
Here we go. Want to welcome our viewers along the Madison Square Garden network in New York and beyond for this one. Delighted to have you on board. Dan Kamal with the suspended defenseman of the Atlanta Knights, Chris LaPuma. It's Gavey now turning it out of his own zone for the Knights. Trying to move it around. Hardy, the veteran. Gavey still working it. Takes the hit. And the puck is lifted out by Shank of the Vipers. Chris Nelson. Back there, Corey Cross now for Atlanta. Around looking for Chris Ferraro. He's bumped on the play. And the puck is cleared back through. Bobby J. Signed with LA back in '93 as a free agent. He plays it across. And the Vipers dump it through. It's Brad Tiley. Drew Bannister lost it. And trying to swing it around was Williams. Puck loose. And Hartshey, nice outlet pass for Gretzky. Gretzky in right side, a shot. Knickel, the blocker save. Williams jams at the rebound, kept in by Drew Bannister. Now Gretzky, out high, Hartshey. Stepping in, across, high and wide by Aru. Good idea. And Williams trying to dish it back out. Vipers finally able to clear. Bobby J sending it along, and it's played in by Strunk, Steve Strunk. Chasing for the Vipers was Kevin Melgunas, recent signee of the club, but it's Alan Peterson clearing it back down for Atlanta. Just underway, no score from the Omni. Jason Woolley played at Michigan State, former Caps pick. Knight steal, Campo backhanded from the left side. Save, rebound, overskated by Colin Miller. As it was poke checked away, Straub, a shot from the left point, pinballed wide. And it's picked up by Woolley. He'll slide it ahead. Sandy Smith is in. Rister, save Wilkinson, he holds on. And our first stoppage as Dubois is then dumped.
And Mark Major came flying in off the bench there. I don't know if he didn't know if the whistle blew or if he was just coming in. Wilkie made a great stop there.
We are just underway, 17:53 as we look at Derek Wilkinson. Opening a lot of eyes this year. Strong rookie season thus far, 10-7-1.
Seems like the Knights came out and they had a lot of pressure. Good puck movement, good puck control. Just a couple opportunities missed. Yves Haruo missed a tip there across the crease. Bad break, but you know, you get one, you get many.
Off the face-off. Campo looking for Straub. He's slowed down by Hardy, but plays it around. Colin Miller working the board. Still on it. Centers one. Blocked off at the side of the net. Miller again. Tries to center. Blocked by Knickel. It's shot wide by Toms. Good strong offensive move there by Jeff Toms. Battle continues down low. Miller through traffic. Toms trying to get the shot away. Now Campo is ridden off. And Lonnie Loach turns it back the other way for Detroit. Regained by Dubois. In for Atlanta. Shot right on. Kicked out by Knickel. Savaglia flips it back through. And Peter Ferraro is there for Atlanta. Now to Chris. Chris back to Peter. And the Long Island native is in. Left side shot right on. Saved by Knickel. Rebound is picked up. Vipers try to clear. Can't do it. Loose again. Chris Ferraro. Centers one. Knickel got a piece of that. And the puck is picked up. And Paul Glaze tries to clear. Couldn't do it, but on it is Strunk, and he'll carry it out for Detroit. And lifted into the Atlanta zone. It'll roll right in on goal. As bearing in was Williams. Wilkinson holds on. 0-0 early first period. Atlanta Knights hockey.
Skates, skates, skates. Sonic Blades, Atlanta's largest and most complete skate shop, has ice skates and inline skates from $69. Yes, skates starting at $69. Sonic Blades has replacement wheels just $24 a set. Replacement bearings, $17 a set. Come visit Atlanta's most complete skate shop, Sonic Blades. We have the skates.
1255 Johnson Ferry Road. Call 977-0005.
For the first time ever, the car that changed everything is having a sale on many of its most popular options. And that can save you a lot of change during the Dodge Intrepid equipment sale.
Face off in the right circle of the Vipers. It's Corey Cross getting it away from your living room. Now Colin Miller. Back to Cross. Trying to play it in. Poke checked at the line. Vipers back on it. And it's lifted ahead by Tiley. Picked up by Smith. He's in. Wrist shot just wide. Looking glove side. Jay couldn't keep it into the point. Out come the Knights. Gavey in with Ferraro. Left circle. A shot right on save. Rebound. Gavey couldn't get the shot away as he was tied up. Good defensive work there by Bobby J. Puck back at center, lifted in by Major. Actually lifted into the Atlanta bench with a stoppage. Nice little pace to open it up, Chris.
A fantastic pace. Atlanta's come out hard and strong. You know, it's been the biggest problem I think we've had in this last month. And with that little skid that we had, there you see a 3-on-2. Bobby J made a good play. I couldn't see who was on the far side there, but took Chris Ferraro out very well, and then they tied up the trail man. They didn't give Peter a shot, and then they tied up the men. They let Rick Knickel pick up the shot, and then the rest speaks for itself.
The key to this Detroit defense, they allow the one shot,
yeah,
but they don't allow the second shot.
That's experience in itself right there.
Play into the Atlanta zone. Back is Drew Bannister. Lonnie Loach forechecks, as does Peterson Aglia. Puck around, and Gretzky trying to wind his way up, but Dan Shank is there. Came over to trade with Minnesota. Now on the slots of Aglia. Right side, Loach, a shot blocked by Peterson. What a block there. Woolley lifts it across, left side. Picked up by Hines. Gord Hines, number 57. Comes at you in a variety of ways. Atlanta's Al Peterson. Now he'll roll it for Bannister. In turn it's Alru, and now Hartshey's out. Todd Hartshey, Harvard graduate and author. Upside Gretzky shot it wide. Knickel never saw that coming. And back comes Detroit. Headman pass for Hines. Best plus-minus player in the IHL is Gord Hines. Knocked down by Eric Dubois. That's a high-stick violation. As you see the score, 0-0 with 14:50 to go here in this opening period. Brent Gretzky on fire, 4 assists in the last game. Really playing well.
Todd Hartshey's been a good addition to our hockey club there. He came up, he's had a little bit, and he played Minnesota a little bit, and then he went down to Nashville. And, here's that play. Al Peterson, there's something you don't see many guys doing anymore, is blocking shots like that, going down on that one knee or just dropping in front of him, period. And Al, he's one of the best I've seen at it,
I told him that the other day. Oh, no. And then he named off a bunch of old-timers that were bad. Yeah. I said, Al, you got to understand, I've only been watching hockey closely for about 15 or 20 years, not 50 or 60.
Yeah.
But he's very self-effacing, but what a good citizen he is. That's icing on Atlanta. There you see what Chris was talking about. Atlanta's come out very strongly here with the edge on shots on goal, 5-1.
It's the first time in a long time. The biggest problem that I think the Atlanta Knights have had is that we have come out and we haven't, come out strong in the first period. We're not playing at 60 full minutes of hockey. It's been 40 minutes here, or even if it's 50 or 55. But they got to get that 60. It's where they're getting killed, is that one period where they kind of have that lull.
Steve Straub will take the draw for Detroit against Colin Miller of Atlanta. Miller, one of the better face-off men in the entire league. He wins the draw. Straub playing it around. Puck goes. Picked up. Now finally rolled back out center ice. And lifted right back in by Detroit's and formerly Atlanta's Jeff Buchanan. Miller again for Atlanta. Knights break it out. Miller fires it. Knickel. Playing it back around. Campo kept it in right point. Good hustle. Plays it along. That'll be Straub pinching from the left side. Toms is there. Good hard work by Straub along the board. As he works with Kevin Malgunas. Puck comes free right there in full view. Camera work along the boards and cleared out neutral zone. Straub. Again, Miller. Back to Straub. Atlanta will have to set it up out of their own zone. Miller had a little trouble handling and gave it away. A long shot by Major. Saved by Wilkinson. Rebound Brian Straub. Wings it off the glass. And it pinballs around. Finally going to be picked up by Aaron Gavey, the rookie out of Sault Ste. Marie in the OHL. Straub also played on the Canadian World Junior Championship team. Chris Nelson up into the Detroit bench. It goes and will step it out. Still scoreless. First period Atlanta Knights hockey.
When you're active, your body heat increases.
15 or 20 times.
You become dehydrated.
As soon as 30 minutes.
You lose fluids.
Up to 2 quarts of sweat per hour.
But more than anything else, you get thirsty. Gatorade Thirst Quencher.
Drink it.
No other beverage enters the bloodstream faster and rehydrates you better.
Chug it.
Nothing quenches a deep-down body thirst better.
Scientifically tested, athletically proven.
Gatorade Thirst Quencher.
It's gotta be Gatorade.
Next week is my 5th wedding anniversary. It's unbelievable how time flies.
Did you get her a present yet?
Yeah, I'm getting her a really nice washer and dryer.
Oh, come on. She'll never forgive you. You got to get her something for her. It is for her.
No blondes and bikinis.
Get a jewel.
No sales pitch from the chairman.
For vacation.
None of that is what made Heineken the #1 imported beer in America.
You think I should take her someplace special?
Definitely.
So maybe I'll take her to Cooperstown.
No.
Scoreless hockey game. Happy holidays to everyone. Glad you could join us on Sports South and Madison Square Garden Network. Bobby J. On it for Detroit. Swings it around. Skipped over Major's stick. Kept in by Chris Nelson. Down to Chris Ferraro. In the slot for Peter. Shot. Saved by Knickel. Rebound. Ferraro fan. And the puck kept in by Atlanta. Tiley regaining now for the Vipers. Plays it along, and Corey Cross guilty of a hand pass. Play again, whistle down.
This line here, I mean, other than you got Chris and Peter Ferraro, they're like 2 little bees buzzing around in your ear. You know, you can't, I mean, they're good players, but they're annoying. You can't get a hold of them. They're good at, you know, avoiding checks and getting away from players.
You know, when we saw that replay, I'm not sure that goal would have counted had it gone in, Chris, because it's like Gavey was parked in the crease.
Yeah, it's you know, a call. A lot of times you find it's a referee's discretion, especially if it looks like a defenseman that pushed him in, or if the puck had beat him in there.
Loach, nice move to direct it ahead to Savaglia. He's in. Bumped hard by Peterson. Big check there. Left side shot. Deflected wide. Puck around Gretzky. Corrals and clears for Yves Alou. The Knights are on the attack. Alou swings it wide. Gretzky plays it behind the net. Gord Hines is there for Detroit, and he fires it to length of the ice. This will be an icing call on the Vipers with 12:17 left in a scoreless first period.
Play there, Al Peterson. Oh.
Let's check our Alka-Seltzer plus cold plus minus update quickly. Chris D'Anjolia plus 16. He's out with a knee injury, but still second best in the league. Jason Ruff and Eric Dubois tied on the team at plus 9.
Al Peterson there, and had a one-on-one coming in. He's not, you know, he's not the flashiest. He's not the, you know, the smoothest skater in the league, but with the experience he has, he just keeps the guy in front of him and takes the body every time, and he doesn't get beat on one-on-one.
It's fun to watch. Mark Hardy, speaking about fun to watch, what a veteran this guy is. Sliding it ahead for Strunk. Strunk out left, and And left side break. Stepping it in for Detroit. Shot save off the stick of Darryl Williams. Derek Wilkinson with a big stop. And out comes Harchie for Atlanta. He's in. Drop pass right side. Stolen away. Good back checking there by Strunk. Ahead it goes. And Malgunas right side shot. Saved by Wilkinson. He'll hold on. And Detroit with a couple of big. Now Straub and Williams want to go. See it is Straub and Darryl Williams. Williams with the quick takedown. And the linesman Mark Tadori and Doug Wilson step in. And look how dangerous. Look at Tadori. Good job to keep the skate blade away from Williams' ear and head.
Williams has got to get an instigator there, plus an extra for instigating a fight with a visor on. First he tried to go Corey Cross down low. Second of all, he's skating around playing that role with a visor. You know, I mean, a big problem you have. You know, you get too many guys going out. He's a tough player, but if you're wearing a visor, at least either you take it off if you're going to do it, or, you know, you can't instigate a fight like that. You can't call that even.
Yeah, if you're going to be a fighter with a visor, you got to have a Velcro connector, huh?
Well, you know, the thing is, you get a lot of these guys going out there with visors on or three-quarter shields, and you know, and stirring up all the stuff, and then wanting to drop the gloves right away. I mean, Straub was doing his job standing in front of Wilkie. He dropped the gloves and threw the first punch.
11:41 left as we take a look at Darryl Williams over there in the Detroit Vipers penalty box. Rick Dudley, the coach of the Detroit Vipers. Boy, what a successful career he's had. Earned his 500th victory just a couple of games ago. There's Brian Straub.
Brian, not one known for his physical play either. You know, but I guess he was just standing in for himself and the other guys. Sometimes that gets you in trouble.
Slashing and fighting on Williams, cross-checking and fighting on Straub, so it'll balance out. Colin Miller wants to find out why from Joe Ernst, the referee, and John Ferris Jr. isn't thrilled about the call either.
You know, it's so early in the game, you know, you don't want to see a referee, you know, he doesn't want to make that call. It could be a deciding factor right now, I think. You know, Williams doing his job, you know, playing his game. He's always at his best when he's playing a physical role, but, you know, you got to make that call when the guy's doing that stuff with a visor on.
Well, especially early, when you want to gain some kind of control of the game. It's Chris Nelson working his way out to center, chipping it along for Christian Campbell. Now a penalty coming up on Detroit, and I believe that's exactly what Joe Ernst was trying to do. See, there's a situation where why not call it on Williams instead of looking for a way to unbalance the situation. He's got Mark Major, though, I believe, for the elbow at 8:31. So the Knights will have been, as we talked about at the very top of the show, rather weak on the power play lately. 3 for 45 in December. You said it best. Those numbers speak for themselves, but they'll have a chance right now.
You know, and this is another big test for the Atlanta Knights. You know, you're going out there against the best penalty killing unit in the league. You know,
and to add to the excitement, Chris, it's our Papa John's Pizza power play. If you call the Papa John's Pizza store in the Atlanta area closest to you, you'll receive a takeout large pizza with one topping of your choice for the incredible price of $4.99. Again, in the Atlanta metro region only. The Papa John's power play, Knights on the attack. 0-0 hockey game. Davies out with Gretzky and Chris Ferraro up front. Peter Ferraro and Corey Cross are on the back line for Atlanta. Knights have to retreat, and Corey Cross will try to set it up. Now slides it ahead. That's Gavey. Cutting it ahead to Chris Ferraro. He's in. Worked it along and plays it down low. Gretzky. Out high, that's Cross. Knocked down, good. High-hand coordination there by the veteran Mark Hardy, who bounces it all the way through. Big, lanky Corey Cross. Up the left side, Chris Ferraro. Slides it ahead, Gavey. Up high, Cross. Can't get the puck to sit down. Had to play it along the board. Ripped back along the glass, knocked ahead by Cross, but a hand pass called as Cross batted it ahead with the right hand.
Well, one of the keys we talked about earlier before the game was that we needed to get traffic in front of the net. Corey Cross could have possibly had a shot there, but Rick Nickel had a lane. He was standing out at the hash marks. Either Corey would have had to rush it and shoot it into his pads and a possible dump out breakaway for them on the penalty kill. You know, we've got to get somebody standing in front of the net. We're not doing it early, so, you know, hopefully John will be talking to somebody over there to possibly get one of the bigger forwards, even throw a big defenseman out just to stand in front of the net.
The line now is Aru on the left side, Harchie on the right, Toms in the middle with Dubois and Nelson. Knights are still on the power play with a minute left.
Got Jeff Toms out there, a good 6'2", 6'3" frame, just standing in front of Rick Knickel. That could do a lot of good because he does not like the traffic.
Brad Tiley was able to clear it all the way down. And the nice Todd Harchie sends it along, but too far for Aru. And the puck is jammed at its center, picked up by Lonnie Loach. He's in. Trying to move it around Dubois. Played it for Savaglia. He'll just buy some time. Dropping it back for Jay. And across it goes to Tiley. He'll fire at the length of the ice, and the power play is winding down in a hurry for Atlanta. Eric Dubois. Young defenseman has had an excellent first third of the season. Puck is jammed in. Bounced around. Tom's knocking it down left wing. Chasing it. Sheds a check. Moves it in front, but Aru is covered nicely. On it is Aru again, trying to center. Turnaround shot. Harchie kicked out by Knickel. Harchie again right to Conroy, stepping in for the block. Unable to get it. Now Majors on it. Power play over. Conroy again turning back in his own zone for Detroit. Former Philadelphia Flyer Al Conroy. Ahead it goes. That's Savaglia. Trying to step it around. Puck loose. Shank. Shot it. Right wing corner. Make that Strunk on it for the Vipers. And regained by Gretzky coming out for Atlanta. Takes the shot. Plays it in. And Tardif couldn't get his stick on it. Campo back to Tardif. Knights step it in briefly. Strunk sweeps it back out to center. Peterson was hit along the board by Malgunas. Turning is Gord Hines in the Detroit zone. Works it along the boards. Knocked down by Corey Cross. He jams it in offside for the Knights. They clear the zone. Out comes Detroit. Right wing pass. Too far for Strunk. Strunk and Tardif collide. Puck loose to Al Peterson. He plays it in for Atlanta. And Gord Hines. Back for Detroit. Hines played in Cincinnati last year. Also a former Flyer. Now ahead. Malgunas dumps it in for Detroit. 8 minutes to go. Scoreless first period. Corey Cross lost the edge on his skate. Took a hard tumble into the boards. He's up and okay. Out comes Atlanta. It's Chris Ferraro. Trying to step it now. Turns it back. And he gave it away. Tiley ahead to Sandy Smith. Weaving his way through. And Smith. Played at Minnesota Duluth. Jams it around. Puck picked up again. Shot left side by Smith. Blocked. Jay has it. Works it along the right wing boards. Chris Nelson is bumped along the boards. Chris Ferraro. Look at Nelson and Major tied up there. It's a pretzel factory in the corner. And Nelson with the takedown. Knights come out. Aaron Gavey. He's in right wing side. But back checking is Bobby J. Turning is out Conroy for Detroit, and he just dumps it out. In on goal, so no icing. Good action here. Bannister is there for Atlanta. The outlet pass for Peter Ferraro. Loose and picked up by Tom. Now Buchanan for Detroit regaining. Cross to Hardy. Back to Buchanan. Ahead to Savaglia. He too played at Harvard. On it is Bannister. Regaining for the Knights. Ahead it goes. Tom just taps it along. Buchanan steals and clears in. And Wilkinson holds for the stoppage. 0-0. First period Atlanta Knights hockey.
The BBC, Turner Broadcasting.
Broadcasting and Time Life Video dare you to take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. The gripping, award-winning nature video series that exposes the struggle to survive through uncensored, shocking photography. Join acclaimed naturalist David Attenborough for a close encounter with raw nature. See the thrill of the hunt and the strategy of the kill, the relentless drive to continue the bloodline, and the miracle of birth. Call now and receive Hunting and Escaping for $9.99 and see why the law of the jungle is kill or be killed. If it captures your interest, you can get other videos about every other month. Each tape explores the harsh realities of survival in the animal world. Take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. Call now to order Hunting and Escaping and find out why we call them animals.
To order your Trials of Life video for only $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling, call 1-800-533-1400.
Here we go, a little bit of humor into the hockey game.
This highlight may make a few networks.
They're playing Twister.
That's the rolled goal. That's the rolled goal move right there.
Right hand goal.
All right, good move by Chris Nelson there. Good strong move.
Yeah, we could possibly have a lot of fun. You notice a lot of the guys losing an edge here and there. You know, the basketball floor has been down in the Omni for what, over a week, about a week.
Yeah, for at least 4 or 5 days.
At least 5 days. And it's been down without getting. They just took it up. I think either this morning or last night, and came in for practice later this morning, and the air conditioning was turned up so high, so you know that it was starting to fade a little bit.
And that's what Doug Wilson is doing right now. Doug Wilson, linesman, brought out of retirement for this one. They've had some injuries in the first intermission. We'll recap the first, and we'll also chat with General Manager Joe Buchanan of the Atlanta Knights in our Brooks Brothers interviews. And we'll have a Heineken highlight or two for you. We also have a surprise for you as well. We'll have some special holiday wishes to pass along to you. Brent Gretzky has the outlet pass, looking for Harchie off his skate though, and picked up by Jeff Buchanan. Puck loose at center. Colin Miller works it along. Harchie's there, looking for Gretzky on the give and go, but he was tied up nicely by Buchanan. Out comes Detroit. Savaglia into the zone. Alone left side was Shank. He didn't get all of that shot. And Savaglia was dumped. And we have a penalty coming up. Interference call coming up on, actually it's Lonnie Loach, I guess, who was dumped.
Yves Heroux is making his way to the penalty box. That, I think, was just a case of over back checking. I don't know if there's such a thing, but we've had a few little problems with that. Guys tend to get back to the zone too quick and turn too late, and then wind up either hooking, and instead of moving their feet, they just keep, they keep hooking and hauling, and you wind up hauling the guy down, and it's going to cost you a penalty.
So Yves Heroux visits the box. First opportunity for Detroit. We mentioned Detroit being the best penalty-killing team in the league. Overall, they're just 14th on the power play. Shot off the draw by Woolley, and Wilkinson pounded and scooped up and held on. Jason Woolley out of Michigan State was the Washington Capitals' fourth pick in 1989. Very mobile defenseman.
Yeah, he is. He can skate the puck. He plays fairly well defensively. Take a look here at their power play setup. They got, two little guys that handle the puck very well, and then Mark Major, who I'm sure is just going to park himself right in front of the net.
Hines.
It's something that the Knights need to do.
Conroy deflects to Woolley, looking for Major in front. Is Major. Smith is out there in the corner. Sandy Smith. Out high, Hines. Right side, Woolley. Looking left side, the pass not quite on target. Smith works it. Left circle, wrister save. Wilkinson, he sweeps the rebound away. Nice stop there. Woolley Across. Hines. Shot. Wide as Conway was camped on the right wing doorstep. And Conway was cross-checked from behind. Here comes Gretzky in for Atlanta. Fakes the shot. Takes the shot. And Knickel got a piece of it. Backhanding it wide was Miller. Gretzky looking for Miller. Blocked off by Woolley. Out comes Detroit. 5 to go on a scoreless first. Detroit on the power play. Back to get it Dubois for the ninth. And he dishes all the way down the ice. Back to get it is Tiley. Originally a Boston draft pick in 91, fourth rounder. Loach stepping it in. Top scorer on the club, Lonnie Loach. Looking out high, shot from Buchanan, tip score. And Detroit's on top, 1-0. Savaglia with the tip, I believe. And for the 9th time in 10 games, Atlanta has seen an opponent score first.
Jeff Buchanan, nice one-timer there off the point. You know, was fed over nice by Lonnie Loach. Here you see it. Jeff Bucky moves over. Just has some time. They got some traffic in front of the net, and I don't really think Derek Wilkinson's seen that one. He had Dubois and I believe Daniel Shank standing right in front of him.
I don't think he saw it either. There's Jeff Buchanan, who will at least get an assist, if not the goal, on that power play conversion by the Detroit Vipers. 1-0 Detroit, 15:29 the time. Shank and Loach with the assist. Buchanan gets the goal, as you saw, his third of the year. And the Vipers lead 1-0. 15:29 the time. And the Vipers have it. Sweeping it into the zone was Malgunas. Wilkinson will set it up for Nelson. His outlet pass too far for Peter Ferraro. Jay shoots it in for the Vipers. Wilkinson again sets it up. Nelson bouncing it along. Chris Ferraro's there. Out of Gavey. Loose puck at center. Up by Pogles. Now Jay sliding ahead. Malgunas long shot. Wilkinson to save. And he'll just dish it ahead for Gavey. That was Buchanan's first power play goal this year. Gavey is in. Still on it. Shot right on. Sticked aside by Knickel. Down low we take a look at a shot from behind. And a penalty coming up here. And there's another cross check from behind by Shank. I believe the original call was going to come on Buchanan.
Yeah, I think Jeff Buchanan gave Gavey a little bit of a shove from behind.
And while they disperse the crowd, we'll take a timeout. 1-0 Vipers, first period Atlanta Knights hockey.
Okay, man, way to hustle.
Mike Patillo, I thought you were a basketball coach.
Well, Josh, I figure if Dion and Michael can play 2 sports, I can coach 2 sports.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And thanks to the Kruger Auto Rental, I get to all my games on time. Oh, here comes my team. They're down because they lost today. Come on, man, it's only the first game. Hey, who wants ice cream?
McFrugal Auto Rental, America's discount neighborhood car rental company.
I've been telling you about our patented ice brewing machine that takes Coors Arctic Ice to -4°C, colder than any other beer.
And I've been telling you we're the only brewer who ships our ice beer cold. That's because...
if you don't make it cold.
And if you don't ship it cold, how can you call it ice beer?
Coors Arctic Ice. Nothing's bolder, nothing's colder.
1-0 Detroit, and the Vipers will be shorthanded because of all of this.
Yeah, I think here's where they call... that's kind of, you could call that, I don't know if he called it hitting from behind or boarding, but, Gavey on his knees, Bucky just seemed to be, trying to get position. I think it was just a fact of the matter that it looked bad.
Pretty good move here by Gavey.
Yeah, it was. But there, as you see, Detroit's only allowing that one shot, and it's a long shot. And the guys are getting tied up before they even get a break. It was a good move and a good play by Aaron Gavey, but we got to get a couple guys breaking to the net.
So Buchanan, who scored the Vipers' goal, the only goal of the game thus far, is out for roughing at 16:27. Knights on their second power play, 0 for 1. Gaby, Ferraro up front with Straub and Dubois on the back line, and the Vipers clear all the way through. Lonnie Loach sliding it down, and Brian Straub back to get it. Straub played collegiately at the University of Maine. He came over to Atlanta in a trade, I should say, from Worcester of the AHL. Knights try to work it down low, but Brad Tiley intervening for the Vipers, and he fires it all the way through. Wilkinson sets it up for Straub, and the Knights have nothing to show yet for the advantage. 40 seconds into it. Now Dubois saw an opening, tried to work it along. Chris Ferraro's there. Down low, Peter. Played it too far for Gaby, and the puck is picked up by Conroy. Couldn't clear, kept in by Straub. Now Chris Ferraro. Down low has Peter turning. Out high, Straub. That's Peter again. The shot. Save, rebound, save, rebound, save. Kaneko hung tough there. On it is Gaby. Poke check by Tiley. Chris Ferraro takes a hit by Bobby Jay, and Jay has it. And clears for Detroit all the way through. 43 left on the power play.
3-point blank shots there. I think it was at Chris or Peter Ferraro.
It was Chris. 1-0 Vipers. Atlanta on the attack. Gretzky lost it to Savaglia. Knights have it again. Chris Nelson shovels it along. Steps it by Hines. Working it in front. It's loose. Swept wide by Savaglia. Now right side. Gretzky trying to move it out to the point, but too hard for Nelson to handle. And Cross turns it back for Atlanta. He sends it in. Could be an icing call. Hines touches, and the icing is called with 5 seconds left on the power play. Todd Harchie in his second game as an Atlanta Knight, as we look at crowd here. And back to Harchie.
Again, called up by Nashville. We're from Nashville. Played well in this first game here. You know, he brings a little bit of experience, you know, and a little bit of, leadership, out on the ice.
Played in Providence in the AHL last year, 22 goals. Strunk will take it against Colin Miller. 1:37 to go in the period. And just 5 seconds left on the power play, so the Knights will be 0 for 2 as the draw in the Atlanta zone. Drew Bannister's there, had his first pro goal in a win against Kalamazoo last Saturday night here at the Omni. Colin Miller, he's in around Hines. Right circle wrister, save Knickel. That was a tough angle shot. On it is Tom. Maneuvering. Jeff Tom's had 2 goals Saturday night. He too's a rookie. Centering pass, and Tom couldn't pull the trigger. Good centering pass by Colin Miller. Drew Bannister across. Now at center, Christian Campo. Played it ahead with a minute left, but it's swept right back in by Detroit. Bannister again. Now it's Colin Miller. Too far for Campo.
The puck seems to be bouncing.
Really is. Darryl Williams shoots it in for Detroit. Miller jams it high up in the air. Buchanan kept it alive. Just tapped it to the corner. That's Brian Straub. A funny hop, and Sandy Smith nearly able to carry it around. Christian Campo got back around, but not out. Hardy avoids Tom's check. Still on it. Backhander. Save. Rebound. It's Campo. Out for Atlanta. 19 seconds to go. Campo shoots it in. Knights change up, and Knickel will set it up for Mark Major. 1-0 Vipers as we're winding it down here in the first period. That's Major again. Hit by Gretzky at the buzzer, and that does it for period number 1. That team, the Vipers, leading at 1-0 after 1. We'll come back with more after this timeout on Atlanta Knights Hockey.
The Atlanta Knights on Sports Sound, being brought to you by First Chiropractic, official team chiropractor of the...
To clear it ahead. On it again. Behind his net for Hardy. And Hardy will lift it out. At center, bounces into the Atlanta zone. And right at his cross, and you saw the tumble he took. Now right side shot by Savaglia, tipped up into the seats for a quick whistle. Wow.
You know, Cross tried to make that big wind up to clear the puck. And all Daniel Schenk did was tie up his stick, and he lost his balance when he tried to come down on the follow-through.
Like
I mean, it wasn't anything, you know, dirty, or wasn't a hit from behind. Here you see Crosser trying to wind up to clear the puck, and Schenk just gets his stick in there on his hand. You know, and Crosser just happened to lose his balance, and they almost got a scoring opportunity out of it. You know, Schenker just threw it right across the crease to, I couldn't see who was standing over there.
You and that guy, Dan Schenk, have had a couple of moments.
Quite a few, actually. You know, but the thing is, you know, our office is that 200 by 85 foot.
Yeah.
You know, and what happens in the office, and everyone's got a role to play when they do, and some guys happen to play it better than others. And
there's a shot from the right point, save. Rebound shot, save. First shot was from Jay. And the second one off the stick of Malgunas. And the puck cleared all the way down by Atlanta. Vipers leading at 1-0. And Tyler plays it for Bobby J. He outlets all the way through. They're going to say no icing, so Wilkinson will play a little interference. Will then be a pick there, and the Knights will dump it out. Kiley right back on it for Detroit. And he slides it in. That's Eric Dubois. Minute and a half into this second period. 1-0 Detroit. Puck sent back around, and Colin Miller sliding it back around. Darryl Williams working the forecheck left side. Low for Conroy. Now on it is Sandy Smith for Detroit. He hits the break. Spinorama right circle. Stolen away. And Jeff Tom. Nice maneuver out to center before he's dunked. Left side pass back to Tom's. Big shot high and wide. Puck around, and here comes Conroy. Directs it ahead from Major. Back to Conroy. Left circle down low to Major. Center shot, score. Al Conroy. Perfect give and go there. And Detroit has a 2-0 lead at the 2:03 mark of the second period.
How many times do you see that happen? You go in on a 3-on-2. In 3-on-2, your team decides to go for a line change. Oh, here we see the goal. It's just a 3-on-2 back the other way. And Conroy, you know, he was tied up there in front of the net. He made a nice pass to Mark Major. Drew Bannister had a hold of him, but, you know, the biggest thing is if you have the stick tied up, he can't make that shot. What I was saying before is that, you know, they went down, they had the 3-on-2, and Tomsey missed the net. You know, those are key points where you've got to at least hit the net, get a shot on.
Todd Hartsey dumped in front. Out comes Detroit. 8th goal of the year for Conroy. 2-0 Detroit leads. Puck shot in. Savaglia. Along for Loach. Down low, Shank. In the slot, but right back on the stick of Hartsey. And he clears it ahead for Gretzky. Gretzky in. Azaru with him. And Hartsey. Left side. Peterson a shot right on. Save. Rebound is there. And again, not much traffic in front. Puck cleared. Back through. And Peterson has it for Atlanta. Big Al Peterson. Top of the slot. A shot high and wide. And on it is Hines. Trying to work it through his trunk. Puck poke check back away. And all the way down it goes. Icing call on the Atlanta Knights. We're coming right back. 2-0 Vipers. This is Atlanta Knights hockey.
I've been telling you about our patented ice brewing machine that takes Coors Arctic Ice to -4 degrees centigrade, colder than any other beer.
And I've been telling you we're the only brewer who ships our ice beer cold. That's because...
if you don't make it cold...
and if you don't ship it cold... how can you call it ice beer?
Coors Arctic Ice. Nothing's bolder, nothing's colder.
Carrie Novak won't waste a minute battling her cold. Pills take time to dissolve,
So she'll rush relief with the effervescent power of Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. It's ready the moment you take it. Rushing powerful medicines to soothe your aches, relieve your runny nose, free your breathing.
Okay, now, today I'd like to talk to you about adding color and texture.
Nothing rushes relief like Alka-Seltzer Plus.
2-0 Vipers. That guy scored the second goal for Detroit. Al Conroy, captain of the Detroit Vipers. Colin Miller will take the draw for Atlanta to the right of Derek Wilkinson. And the draw is won by Atlanta. Corey Cross turning and working it up. Shovels it in. Back is Hardy. Now Major. Strunk plays it along. And it's offside called on Detroit. 2-0. Detroit with the lead here. Rick Dudley, recently with his 500th win. He earned it against Chicago on December 18th. Winning percentage, Chris, throughout his career is .642. That's pretty solid.
That is very solid. He's been coaching for quite some time now, too. I had a couple of years there in San Diego.
Buffalo Sabres head coach at one time.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to get the Kings job last year. I thought he was. But that didn't pan out.
A lot of people thought that.
Yeah. Kings really floundered after their Stanley Cup final appearance, but Barry Melrose still there. Chris Nelson ahead to Chris Ferraro. Right back to Nelson it goes. Left side turn to Gavey. Couldn't slide the puck in. On it is Chris Ferraro to Chris Nelson. Winds up from center. Now Gunas chipped it along, but not out. Now it's flipped up along the boards. And played right back through by Atlanta. Hardy. Forecheck by Chris Ferraro. Knights have fallen behind 2-0 as they did Saturday against Kalamazoo. They were able to come back then. Davey works it for Mark Tardif. In turn, Chris Ferraro. Left side, Straub. Davey again. Looks like he could have carried it in front. Didn't do it. Chris Ferraro, tough angle shot. Bounces wide. And the puck cleared back through. That's icing called on Detroit as Chris Nelson back to touch. Hey, what a great deal here, fans. A great deal. Free Knights tickets with just 2 proofs of purchase from a 15-ounce or larger size box of Frosted Flakes. That'll get you 1 ticket. The Knights and Frosted Flakes, they're both great.
That's a lot of cereal.
That's a lot of cereal. Not a sheet cereal the way I do. Plus, I've been single all week. I think that's
yeah.
Cereal and tuna fish. That's staple. Bobby J with it for Detroit. Ahead, Lonnie Loach off his stick. Brian Straub has it. Yves Elroux turns and lifts one in for Atlanta. Out comes Detroit. Savaglia nearly springing Shank. Gretzky has it. Shank has scored 4 goals in 5 games with the Vipers since being traded from Minnesota. Puck bouncing. Right side kept in by a pinching Bobby J. Dubois with a hit on Savaglia. Loach trying to keep it alive. Loose again, thrown in front. Gretzky back check. Savaglia was the one that was dumped, and Straub has the puck out. Too far for Harchie. And Detroit again with it. Stolen by Aru. He's in. Dishes for Harchie. Todd's in the slot. Still on it. Shot. Blocked to the right boards. Pretty good handling of the stick there by Harchie, but his shot was blocked. Bobby J. Now finds Conroy. Weaves his way through. Bumped by Aru. Back is Drew Bannister. Conroy forechecks. Right into your family room. And kept in left point. Bouncing puck. Wilkinson had trouble with it. And he gloved it just in time. Drew Bannister pushing and shoving, but that'll be broken up, and we'll take a timeout. It's 2-0 Vipers. This is Atlanta Knights hockey.
How fast can you begin to feel relief from a cold? It depends. How fast can you open a Hall's with vapor action? Hall's vapor action means instant action, only from the halls of medicine. How fast can you begin to feel relief from a cold? It depends. How fast can you open a Hall's with vapor action? Hall's vapor action means instant action, only from the halls of medicine.
Kroger's been a part of the neighborhood for a long time. We've helped with hundreds of Sunday mornings, thousands of supper times, and goodness knows how many late-night snacks. After all these years in Atlanta, we've made some wonderful friends.
Boy, this was almost an error by the shortstop here, Chris LaPuma. Wilkinson had a tough hop to handle.
Again, there just got a piece of the stick on it. A bouncing puck and a slow roller is the hardest thing for a goaltender to pick up on.
Detroit shot right off the draw by Major. Wilkinson made that save. Conroy battling down low. Major's there again. The other forward is Sandy Smith. Detroit with some good, hard, forechecking pressure here.
Nice play there by Tomsey.
Good play by Toms to clear it out. Gord Hines ahead. Too far from Major. And Drew Bannister on it for Atlanta. Al Peterson shovels one along. Jeff Toms ahead to Colin Miller. He rolled it along, but Gord Hines is there. Taps it for Conroy. Now ahead at center, Woolley is in. Williams chases, lost his stick. And he dives on the puck. Trying to tie it up, can't do it. Nice have it. Peter Ferraro breaks it out. And behind the play, Chris Nelson and Darryl Williams. And Nelson's lost his helmet. And finally, Nelson gets Williams' helmet off, and Nelson wants more.
I would too if a guy came after me with a visor. Like I said that before, this is the second time Darryl Williams has done that. All right, he loses his stick. He wants to play the role. Take the fishbowl off.
Hey, I couldn't agree with you more.
Take off the fishbowl.
We're going to step it out, as will Williams and Nelson. 2-0 Vipers, Atlanta Knights hockey.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
I don't get it. Some guy bets $228 and makes $3 million bucks.
Can you imagine what Willie Mays would be worth today?
Yeah.
No holiday sweepstakes.
Another Heineken, right?
Yeah, please.
No blimp with our name on it. No racing team.
Hey, Mays.
None of that is what made Heineken the #1 imported beer in America.
Where's all that money come from?
Ticket prices.
Yeah, I guess.
And all those beer commercials.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
Well, Chris Nelson and Darryl Williams both go for slashing and fighting at 7:23 of the second period.
They called Williams on the slash. He didn't have a stick.
Yeah, I think it was just an attempt to even things up there. I didn't see any slashing either way. It's just,
well, like I said before, it seems like he doesn't want to call that instigator plus the extra for the visor.
fight emanated just from some physical play down low. There was no slashing that we saw from up top here. 12:37 to go, second period. Dan Kamal with Chris LaPuma, suspended defenseman of the Atlanta Knights. He'll be back in action when the Knights resume play after Christmas, Tuesday night against Kansas City.
I can't wait.
I bet you can't. I bet you're driving Beth crazy.
Yeah.
Left point, Hardy, the drive. Pinballed, it's blocked in front. Loach shovels it along. Hardy again, left point, the veteran. Down low, regained Chris Ferraro. Ahead to Gavey off his stick. Now the Knights will break it up. It's 2-on-1. Ferraro twins are in. Peter looking back for Chris, too fancy there. And a penalty coming up here on Detroit. Blind pass on a 2-on-1 break, I'm not sure is the right thing to do.
Behind the back. That stuff stops working when you're playing minor hockey.
Holding call coming up on Detroit. 8:03, the time of the penalty on Mark Hardy, who lost the puck at the point and tried to slow down the Ferraros. He did manage to knock Chris down momentarily, and that really affected the 2-on-1 break.
Yeah, I think that's where he got the penalty called against him as well. Yeah, especially with those two, you've got to slow them down as much as possible because they got some of the best wheels I've seen in a long, long time.
Ferraro twins can really scamper. They're fun to watch. I think in that scenario, though, if Peter had it back again, he'd take that booming shot.
There we go. You see the puck is bouncing. I don't know. Unless he got the call before that, I didn't really see a hold. He might have just got him because he tripped him up a little bit with his hand.
Gavey's up front with the Ferraro twins, Dubois and Cross on the back line. Atlanta 0 for 2 on the power play.
Unless he's just making up for that missed call on the fighting penalty with the...
I don't think as much of a makeup as in the first period.
No, not at all.
The draw is won by Detroit, and that's Tiley who clears all the way down. It's another thing I've noticed, Chris, during the month of December, during the power play drought. Inevitably, Atlanta loses the initial draw and loses that big chunk, early chunk on the power play. Peter Ferraro, wristing one that deflects wide, kept in Corey Cross. Pivoting at the point, now Gavey. Fell down, but got it back to Cross. His pass blocked. And nearly a break there for Sandy Smith. Knights again have it. Gavey. Across for Cross. He's in. Chris Ferraro. On it again is Gavey. Out high, that's Dubois. His drive, just wide, rebound to Gavey. Dubois again. Cross shot it wide. And Gavey kept it in left side. Played it along. Conroy able to knock it down and sweep it out. Back comes Corey Cross. For Atlanta. Peter Ferraro shot. High and bounces right side by Dubois. And Loach chases. Gretzky's back. Gretzky with a big steal on Lonnie Loach. Then the giveaway to Savaglia. He rolled it in on goal, but was ridden off and turned by Corey Cross. That is Gretzky. Trying to move it ahead, but Conroy stole. Just 25 seconds left on the Atlanta power play. Gord Hines for Jeff Buchanan. Detroit back on the attack. Buchanan shoots it in. And Wilkinson will set it up for Eric Dubois. 2-0 Vipers halfway through the second period. Colin Miller for Atlanta. Throws it in front. Archie couldn't tip it home. Miller again. Centers it. But right there is Savaglia. And he'll work it out. Both teams at full strength. And trying to step it in left side was Strunk, ridden off by Straub. And Straub skates it away out of neutral zone. Dumping it in. Knickle fires it around and all the way through. Not quite far enough for the icing as Straub is back. Plays it for Drew Bannister. He takes a hit from Pogway. Thrown in front of the Atlanta net. Swept out center ice. Back to get it is Jason Woolley for Detroit. Hit by Gavey. On it is Drew Bannister. He'll dump it back in for Atlanta. Woolley slides it ahead, but not out. Campo kept it in. Here's Worcester. Blocker saved by Knickle. Hardy with a bump along the left boards. Digging it out is Tardif. Hits the brakes. Still on it. Davey. Trying to work it down for Campo, but Knickel comes out. Plays it along. Tardif kept it alive right forward. Davey with the steal. Davey with the shot. Knickel with the save. Rebound. Tardif was dunked. And a penalty coming up here on Mark Hardy.
Some good pressure again by the Knights. Getting a few good shots off, but then again, Detroit's only leaving them with that one shot, that one long shot.
That's exactly right. And Knickel seeing those shots and not having to face the rebound.
Good patience here by Gavey, not to shoot right into the defender's pads. And there's the penalty. There's another instance of a guy taking his man all the way to the net. It's just a matter of keeping your feet moving and tying up his stick instead of trying to hold on to the body. And a lot of times it's when a referee just waits to see. Are you skating with them or are you just holding them?
Fourth power play opportunity for Atlanta. Call comes at 11:30. The penalty to Mark Hardy. Hooking is the call. And again, the Knights lose the initial draw, and the puck is cleared out neutral zone. Dubois sends it ahead. Eru plays it down low to Miller. Puck bounces free and kept in by Cross. Now Tiley is able to backhand it all the way through. Winding it down to 8 minutes left here in the second period. 2-0 Detroit with the lead. Dubois outletting. Cross taps it along. Tongs. Trying to work it out high. It hit the referee, Joe Ernst. Knights can't keep it in. Dubois. It deflects to Tongs. Shot, save, rebound. Dubois. To Ivaru along the right board. Lost it, and Conroy taps it ahead for Shank, and he'll weave his way through. He's in. Backhander just wide. That's a pretty good shorthanded bid by Dan Shank on a solid rush. Dubois with 47 seconds left on the power play. Dropping it off for Corey Cross. Eric Dubois. Knights trying to come out on the power play. Down low, Cross again. Ahead it goes. Eru. 25 seconds left on the advantage. Ivaru shoots it in. To Nickel. Dishes it back out high. Gretzky is there. Plays it along. Hartshee jams it along the right wing board. Eru works tight in the corner with Shank. Centering pass. Nickel freezes it there for the whistle. Just 7 seconds left on the Atlanta power play. And Atlanta in danger of going 0 for 4.
The thing is, I don't know if you notice this at all, but it seems like they're forcing plays. They're forcing too many passes. They're not making the easy plays. They're trying to make that pass across the ice or across the slot where they should be taking the shots. And they're getting a lot of passes broken up. And it's just occurring. The only thing that's occurring is them getting possession and dumping it all the way down. And on the breakouts, Atlanta has to beat one man. Make it a 4-on-3 going into their zone.
Play is back on in Detroit. Brad Talley trying to clear. Knights kept it alive. Power play's over. Detroit is able to clear. Savaglia chases. Puck loose again, and Brian Straub drops it back for Drew Bannister. Puck is deflected by Hardy. Bannister back on it. Gave it away to Strunk. Loose again, Gavey. Straub slides it ahead. Strunk shoots it in. And Straub back to get it. Atlanta power play not working 0 for 4. Detroit is 1 for 1. Puck along. Gavey turning. And he'll start the rush. Ahead it goes to Chris Ferraro. Top of the slot, a shot high and wide. Along the left boards, cleared away by Strunk. Out at center, intended for pole place. Knights are back in. Chris Ferraro looking for his brother Peter. That didn't connect. Highly intervened and cleared. Should be an icing call on Detroit. Peterson with the touch, and we'll be back. 2-0 Detroit. Second period, Atlanta Knights hockey.
Okay, man, way to hustle.
Mike Patillo, I thought you were a basketball coach.
Well, Josh, I figure if Dion and Michael can play two sports, I can coach two sports.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And thanks to McFrugal Auto Rental, I get to all my games on time. Oh, here comes my team. They're down because they lost today. Come on, man, it's only the first game. Hey, who wants ice cream?
McFrugal Auto Rental, America's discount neighborhood car rental company.
Attention, smart shoppers. For the very latest in leakage protection, look what Huggies Ultra Trim have in store for you.
The world's first thin diaper just got even better. Only Huggies Ultra Trim have these new leak barriers made of this remarkable soft material. It stops leaks better than ever, yet air can still circulate freely next to baby skin.
Get into improved Huggies Ultra Trim for leakage protection that never looks so smart.
So that's where our color commentator went.
Good clowning around. No pun intended.
5:18 to go in the second period. 2-0 Detroit. Dubois shot from the right point. High. Peterson through traffic. Loose. Tardif was ridden off. And Conroy has it for the Vipers. Couldn't clear. Gretzky threw it in front. Eru couldn't tip it home. Poke check by Savaglia. It's free, but regained by Peter Savaglia. And the Harvard grad and former Olympian taps it in. Eric Dubois. Now around it goes, and out comes Gretzky. Turning it back. Ahead Nelson off his stick, and Jason Woolley's there. He works it in. Rister, and a save by Wilkinson. Works it ahead for Tardif. Gretzky. And a loose puck regained by Loach. Lonnie Loach is in. Along the blue line, Woolley kept it alive right point. Puck down low. Corey Cross. Sliding it ahead for Eru. Eru out with Gretzky. And Tardif, Nelson, and Cross. Now the Knights change up partially. Colin Miller's on. Jason Woolley is back for Detroit. Ahead it goes. Center ice. Strunk. Played at Colorado College. Now regained. Atlanta. Campo. First shot. Didn't get all of that. Didn't get much of it. It's out at center. Williams stepping in for Detroit. Was shot to the left side as he was being converged on by Dubois. Kicked out by Wilkinson and Atlanta. Colin Miller slides it ahead, 3-on-2. Campo's in the slot. Toms, backhander, blocked down by Brad Tiley. Toms takes a bump in the corner, and the puck is frozen right there for the whistle with 3:14 to go in this second period. Hey, you want to take a nice little ride on a big pond? How about June 24th to July 1st? That should be July 1st, 1995. It's Cruising with the Knights on Norwegian Cruise Line. What a great way to spend a summer vacation. Call cruise headquarters. Cabins are limited. 404-409-0700. Cruise with the Knights. You heading out on that big boat there?
Oh, if they keep changing the dates, no, I'm not going to be able to. Ah, well.
You've got that heavy date book, man. It's tough to get you, Tom.
Well, no, it's they started at first. It was supposed to be July 10th, and then all of a sudden it's the 24th.
Yeah, they extended it from 4 days to a week. The demand. It's going to be a week-long cruise, and a good one. We'll be thinking about you, though. Send you a postcard or two. Shank was dumped. Crowd loved that.
That was more of a 9.5 on a dive.
In come the Knights. Tom shot it wide. Straub in front. Tip. Saved by Knickel. He got back and made a big stop. What a huge goal that might have been. Shank is back for Detroit. Wrist shot. Wide. Straub for Atlanta. Now Drew Bannister. Sliding it ahead for Colin Miller. He's bumped on the play by Hardy. Good forechecking work. Conroy has it for Detroit. Drops it along. Colin Miller. Plays it around, but not out. Hardy. Down low. Bannister had it swept off his stick. Shank. Conroy and Major. Centering the 10th. Blocked off by Miller. Puck center out. Kept in by Buchanan. Major again. For Conroy. Shot blocked. Superb pressure here by Detroit. Check right smack up against the camera lens, it looked like a moment ago. Out comes Detroit again. Davey couldn't clear. On it is Smith, a shot. Just missed glove side high. Ferraro to Ferraro. And the Knights will try to carry it out. Giveaway in the zone. Smith. Ridden off by Cross. Puck cleared by Atlanta. Well, the Vipers play a very disciplined game. Conroy with the steal. Knights will try it again. Minute 20 to go. Second period. 2-0 Detroit. Chris Ferraro steps it along, and Knickel holds on for the whistle. There he is, the veteran, Rick Knickel. Detroit has outscored its opponents first and second period so far this year, 82-55. They come out strong, and then they pretty much put themselves in good position for the third.
Yeah, and then they could sit back in the lead, you know, and then Rick Dudley, you know, his players have always played well under him. You know, he's kind of a guy that the players seem to respect. Guys that I know that have played for him, you know, can't say enough about him, you know, and it just prove, you know, they come out hard and they're constantly going and going and going, and he's always got his teams playing physical.
Boy, his numbers are certainly solid at least, and glittering at best. 642 winning percentage, 501 wins, 267 losses, and a lot of ties coming in. Chris Nelson, Chris Ferraro, Aaron Gavey is in for Atlanta. Had it swept off his stick, and the puck is chipped along and may have been touched by someone along the bench and whistled down with 53 seconds left in the second period. Coming up in the intermission, again a review of this period, plus an interview with Detroit goalie Norm Foster and our Heineken highlights. I hope you'll stick around. .53 seconds left in this second period. Knights trail 2-0. There's Norm Foster, our second intermission guest to be. Plays in the backup role. That's tough.
That's tough for anybody. He doesn't get a lot of games in, but when he does play, he's a fantastic goaltender.
Knickel's been the goaltender of record in 10 of the last 12 Detroit games. This will make it 11 out of 13 if he stays in there. Detroit, that's Loach. 2-on-1, Savaglia. Loach shot, score. Lonnie Loach just catching top corner glove side with 45 seconds to go. That one hurts.
Yeah, I don't know. The shot, I don't know if it deflected off of Al, if it just beat Derek. You know, it was a good shot, and like I said in the pregame there, Lonnie Loach is definitely a threat. He's got good speed, and he's a smart hockey player.
That's his 9th goal of the year.
Here we see Lonnie just goes down the side. Al tries to take it out. It just actually went off of Derek's glove. Al took away the pass and, you know, forced Loacher to try and put the puck over top of him. He did, and it just happened to go off Derek Wilkinson's glove and over his shoulder.
3-0. The Knights trailing Detroit. Savaglia and Jay with the assist. Good deflected pass over to Savaglia, who dropped it down low in the Atlanta zone. Loose again. Savaglia is there. In front, Loach. Couldn't get the backhander away. Detroit threatening to make it 2 in the last minute. And a penalty coming up here on Atlanta with 10 seconds to go in the period. A slashing call on the Atlanta Knights.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, the first 5 minutes of the period and the last 5 minutes of the period, you don't want to give anything up. And then in the last minute is a definite no-no. I mean, any coach will go ballistic on his teammate and his team if, giving up goals in the last minute. It's not necessary. A 2-on-1 like that, first of all, should have never occurred.
Al Peterson slashing, 1950. Hey, we're right back at you on New Year's Eve. What a fun night to watch some hockey before your big night out. Phoenix Roadrunners versus the Atlanta Knights. You may even bring in Dick Clark. What do you think? Right here on Sports House.
Dick Clark will spin the top 40 for you.
There you go. A little more ice repair by that guy, Doug Wilson. Same spot of the ice, I guess, is still a problem.
Supposedly retired Doug Wilson.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dougie before the game, and he said, I'm doing the game tonight. I go, I thought you retired. And he gave me this big excuse about how many he just can't let go.
Yeah.
Tell
you what, though, I haven't seen an argued offside or an icing call that shouldn't have been made yet tonight.
Dougie's an honest guy. He does fairly well. I mean, that's had to be one of the hardest jobs in the world, is to be a linesman for one, because you got to keep an eye on so much, plus break up all the fights.
Yeah. Wilson over to chat with the Detroit bench. I wonder if it's about that ice repair.
Yeah, it probably is. Like I said earlier, I mean, they get the...
Hey, how about a replay of the Turner Cup win on May 25th against Fort Wayne, huh? Last-minute shopping idea for you. The VHS, the video of the Knights' win over the Fort Wayne Comets is available now through Blue Line Merchandising. And they're right here at the Omni Coliseum in Atlanta, downtown, 100 Techwood Drive, or you can call 404-525-5800, extension 7319. Well, they've decided to let the players go with 10 seconds remaining in the period because apparently they want to make sure that ice repair is solid for the start of the third period. So with 10 seconds left in the second, they'll take the intermission right now, and we'll take a break. The score just about at the end of 2 is 3-0 Detroit. We'll be back after this on Atlanta Knights Hockey.
The Atlanta Knights on Sports Sound, being brought to you by First Chiropractic, official team chiropractor of the Atlanta Knights. By Lipton the Brisk Tea. By Norwegian Cruise Line, it's better out here. By Sonic Blades, the pros' choice in skating. By Kimberly-Clark, makers of Ultra Trim Huggies and Huggies Supreme. By Texaco, home of System 3 gasolines. By Phillips Lighting, opening the world's eyes to light. By Toyota, I love what you do for me, Toyota. By the Georgia Lottery, the most fun a dollar can buy. And by the new Dodge and your local Dodge dealer.
In Normal, Illinois.
The buzzer sounds, ending the second period. So just like that, one of the quicker periods we've seen this year.
That could have been a break that Atlanta, we needed there. Gretz, a one-on-one there. He could have had a decent shot and possibly a goal. You start a period up there, and it was the end of the period.
Yep. So they'll change sides, and we'll take a look at scores around the league on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Fort Wayne with the lead in the first over Cleveland, 2-0. Minnesota, second period lead over KC, 1-0. Later on, Milwaukee at Denver. Cincinnati leading Indianapolis 2-1 in the second. Houston has a 2-0 lead over Phoenix in the second. And later on, Soviets are in San Diego. Scoreboard brought to you all season long by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Dial 404-522-4141 for subscription. Third period. And the Vipers are on the power play, and that's Jason Woolley. Left wing pass, Gord Hines. Fires it. Lonnie Loach, right boards. Back out high, Woolley. Left side, Hines. Stepping in, shot. Blocked in front. Loach is on it. Savaglia throws it across. Shank. Now Hines.
Colin Miller having a hard time holding on to his stick out there.
Loach. Miller playing without the stick. Now Woolley drops it along. Cervaglia. Loach right point. Now Woolley again. Loach in the slot. Shot hit the goal post to the glove side of Wilkinson. And it's cleared all the way down. What a nice setup there for Lonnie Loach. Nearly had his second of the night. Harchie nearly steals. Conroy has it though. And plays it along. Picked up in front. Shot right on by Smith. Saved by Wilkinson. On it is Gaby. And he'll drill it down the ice. Brad Tiley is back for Detroit. 3-0 Vipers. And the power play has expired. Knights at full strength, but down on the scoreboard. 3-0. Here comes Straub. Eru trying to lead Straub back, but didn't connect. Eru had trouble stepping it into the zone. Back on it, Eric Dubois. That's Brian Straub now. And he sends Eru in onside. A long shot. Saved by Knickel. Biggest chance of the night for Atlanta. Knickel made a superb stop as he scissored and got it with the pass. Eru again. Gretzky sending it along. Banged at by Melgunis. And offside called on Atlanta. Got a chance there.
You know, that's a break, and that's the opportunity that Atlanta's been looking for. You know, early in the third period, comes in. I don't know if Knickel just guessed on what he was going to do. He was all alone here. He kind of just left it hanging out there, and Knickel just dropped his body and took away that side of the net. You know, I mean, it's easy to say, but hard to do. You can tell him how to do it all day, but you get down there and do it. It gives you a lot of, you know, I'm sure a lot of added pressure, too, to get that first goal.
Knickel makes the stop. Gretzky's out with Tardif and Eru, Peterson and Bannister. The Knights have been shut down so far. They've been shut out once so far this year against Minnesota's Tom Draper. Trailing this one 3-0. Bannister for Peterson. Puck took a funny hop. Knickel stayed with it, dropped it off for Hardy. It's Strunk. Sending it in for Detroit. Williams forechecks. Slowed down by Bannister. Strunk again. Centered it. Dumped by Bannister finally, and Gretzky has it for Atlanta. Brent Gretzky is in. Left side. Fired it wide. Williams clears it back out. No icing. And Corey Cross turns for the Knights. 16.5 left. Third period. Knights trail 3-0. Dan Kamal with Knights suspended defenseman Chris LaPuma. Cross again for Atlanta. Now to Nelson. Back to Cross. In turn, Davey. Sending it ahead too far for Chris Ferraro. Picked up by Shank, and that's a two-line pass, and we'll be right back. 3-0 Vipers, Atlanta Knights hockey.
Nothing gets in the way of a good time like the painful pressure.
Are you okay?
Of sinus congestion. That's why we created a new Afrin nasal spray just for sinuses. It relieves painful sinus pressure by opening clogged passages 4 times faster than a leading decongestant tablet. Plus, its unique formula with Mentonase 12 cools and soothes sinuses instantly.
I just love a happy ending.
New Afrin Sinus.
How about a few words about why you bought your Cutlass Supreme?
You won't believe what you get for your money.
Dual airbags, anti-lock brakes.
Automatic, air, cruise.
Do you want me to go on?
Cutlass Supreme by Oldsmobile with more standard features for thousands less. Simply priced at $17,995.
The simplified pricing thing is fantastic.
Great car, great value. It's as simple as that.
They listen to me.
It's your money. Cutlass Supreme, $17,995 at your Southern Olds family retailer.
Hey, happy holidays to everyone out there. Hope it'll be a nice, safe, healthy one. Atlanta Knights trailing Detroit 3-0. Glad to have you along on Sports South. That'll be linesman Mark Kadori dropping the puck. Take it away, Poom. Take it far away.
Yeah.
False start on the draw. That'll should let you go, let you sing, and we'll see what happens to the ratings. Probably,
Yeah.
probably create a spike. I'm not sure which way. But
Either go up or down.
you are a music fan, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Big music fan.
Aaron Gavey wins the draw for Peter Ferraro, who shoots it wide. Peter Ferraro turns, throws it right corner. Back is Tiley. Out comes Detroit. Savaglia lifting it in right side. Cross. Turning back for Atlanta. Gavey. Right side cross. Gavey the trailer, but it's poke checked back out to center. Shank with a hit on Nelson. Nelson with a trip on Shank. Peter Ferraro with the puck. Nelson nearly lost it to Shank, but Peter Ferraro's there. Both teams at full strength. Knights trail 3-0. Ferraro twins are up front with Aaron Gavey. Cross and Nelson on the back line. Knights are in. Gavey in the slot. Chris looking back for Gavey. Was intercepted. Out comes Sandy Smith. He's in. Drop pass. Picked up by a pinching Mark Major. On it is Chris Ferraro. He weaves his way out to center. And he's dumped. And play is whistled down.
Mark Major shrugging his shoulders like there's no justice. For granted, Chris is only 5'9".
But Major's going to go, and so are we. We'll be right back. 3-0 Detroit on Atlanta Knights hockey.
The holidays are here, and so are the home furnishings at Carpets of Dalton. It's the holiday preview of our new furniture galleries with famous name brand furniture from the South's largest furniture showroom under one roof. Some of the furniture galleries are now open, and Carpets of Dalton has many gift ideas, from furniture to cabinets for your kitchen to home entertainment. Don't let the holidays pass you by. There's a gift for everyone on your list. Home furnishings from Carpets of Dalton, under the big sign, Dalton, Georgia.
Dad, now that I'm off to college, I want to thank you for everything you've taught me.
You mean how life is like basketball, always a challenge with goals to achieve?
Well, yeah, but...
Well, how like basketball in life, things don't always go as planned.
Yeah, but I want to thank you for the best thing you taught me.
And what's that, Mark?
How to be the new McFrugal spokesperson.
Come on, Mark.
Bye, Dad.
McFrugal Auto Rental.
He took my car.
Mark Major for roughing at 5:14. Here's how it happened. Knights will be in their 5th power play. Major with the roughing call.
Yeah, I think well, you see Chris breaking out of the zone, makes one move. Mark catches up to him there. Gives him a little whack, lets him know he's there. I think that was just a matter of Mark Major being 6'3", 6'4", and Chris Ferraro being 5'9".
But the Knights are on their 5th power play. 0 for 4. And Toms works it down low. Gretzky sends it back out high. Straub trying to keep it alive, but it was knocked away by Savaglia. Ahead to Loach. He's in one-on-one. Couldn't dance it around Nelson. Good physical work by Nelson. Loach trying to tie it up. Couldn't do it. Out comes Gretzky for Atlanta. Trying to split the D. Rolls it right side. Miller shot. Look at that glove save by Knickel. Oh, what a stop there.
I think that was Hardy. He lost the puck in his feet, wasn't sure, and Colin Miller just came flying in from that what is it, left side, right side over there, and got a good shot off.
There it is right there, the pass to Miller.
Gretz kind of got abused a little bit going to the net. Yeah, I think Brent went to reach for the puck and just lost it, and Hardy just lost it in his feet, and Colin Miller was trailing. You know, there's a little example of what you need. Okay, it wasn't that effective. They didn't score a goal, but Gretz was at the net. He went to the net and made Knickel come up with a big save.
Nelson didn't get much of that point shot. Nelson puts a hit on Smith, and he's going to go. No argument there. Smith would have scooted by him. And the Knights are now 0 for 5 and 3 for 50 in the month of December.
In 1 month. Oh.
John Parrish Jr. not pleased. I'm sure at this point, down 3-0. Knights have lost 7 of 8 coming in. Finally broke the 7-game losing streak with a good come-from-behind win over Kalamazoo on Saturday night right here at the Army. 4-3 in a shootout.
They still count as wins, though.
Absolutely. For those of you unfamiliar with the IHL, if the game is tied after regulation, the league goes right to the shootout. There's no 5-minute overtime period. Play loose in the Knight zone. Darryl Williams. Both teams down a man. Bobby J, right point shot, tipped, wide, rebound, Strunk. In the slot, looking for Williams, dumped by Ferraro. That's a penalty. Cross-check on Chris Ferraro. And Detroit will be on its third power play.
Oh, that's right.
Here's another look at it.
Yeah, see, this is the biggest thing. Another thing John's been emphasizing is especially, you know, I'm not saying anything, you know, negative about Chris or Peter or anybody in general, but a lot of guys, when they come right out of college, you know, they got to learn how, you know, guys get very careless with their stick. You know, right there was not an example of being careless with his stick, but when you're going to take a guy like that, you one hand on the stick, put it between his legs and spin him around, you know.
There are ways to reach the same end without being penalized.
Right, exactly. I haven't found them all yet. I'm working on it.
Maybe a couple of months, too. But I know you'll keep working at it, yes. So it's a 4-on-3 skating situation. Lots of ice. The maneuvering out there. There's Woolley. Now to Savaglia, back to Woolley. Takes the shot. Didn't get much of that pass, but Gord Hines has it. In the slot, shot blocked, and the Knights break it out 2-0. Colin Miller leads the rush. Short-handed bid. He's in, he shoots. And a save by Knickel. Oh my, what a stop. Rick Knickel is just acrobatic out there.
Same thing that Yves Haru did there, Colin Miller. I actually thought he had him beat. Eric Dubois had made a nice play of slowing up the defenders trying to catch Colin. That wasn't the play. Wrong game.
I don't want to switch.
But there we go. You can see Eric Dubois kind of cutting across, making sure that Woolley can't get it. But Woolley made a nice job of trying to get a penalty called, but
wow, what a stop. Oh.
Unbelievable.
I was waiting for the red light to go on.
You know what, though? You can see here that Knickel is committed before the shooter has. You know, I'm not a goal scorer, and I can see it a lot better from up here, but
how did he get that glove on that shot?
It's just a matter of, you know, like I said before, a matter of luck with goaltenders, I think. You know, you read the play that well.
Wow, what a stop. 2 huge glove saves by Knickel. Otherwise, we'd have ourselves a much tighter game. It's still 3-0 Detroit. Detroit's on the power play, now 5-on-3. But the Knights are able to clear. 5-on-3 advantage. It's the Vipers' 4th opportunity. 12.5 to go, third period, 3-0 Detroit lead. Savaglia is in. Drop past Conroy. That scored Hines. Back to the captain, Conroy. Cross, Woolley down low. Savaglia shot it wide. Hines throws it across. Not a good pass, though. It'll skip out to center. 24 seconds left on the two-man advantage. And the Vipers are back in. Loach finding Savaglia. Woolley. Vipers working the perimeter pretty well. Hines back to Woolley. Slot shot blocked by Cross. Corey couldn't clear. Loose in the slot. And swept out of danger by Bannister. It's a 5-on-4. Nelson's back on the ice. Bannister winds it around and down. I think the Knights will pick up a little momentum, Chris, from being able to kill a rather lengthy 5-on-3.
Yeah, you know, a couple of nice block shots there.
Puck is nearly stolen by Gretzky. Loose at center. Both teams at full strength. And the play is called on a two-line pass. Offside the call with 11:25 to go in the third. A check out fans why the Westin Peachtree Plaza Knights are getting rave reviews as well. It's a beautiful, spectacular hotel rising above the skyline of Atlanta. For reservations, call 404-659-1400. The Westin Peachtree Plaza Hotel on the corner of Peachtree and International Boulevard in downtown Atlanta.
Nice spot.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful hotel. Jeff Buchanan works it along for Detroit. And out high it goes. Stepping in Williams. Push, shoots. And was Wilkinson in the net? I believe they're going to call that let's see. Was Wilkinson in the net? The headman pass went to Williams. The question is whether or not Derek Wilkinson had his momentum carry him into the goal.
This is a tough call for a referee.
The light never went on. Hooking is the call. And
yeah, if he's calling the penalty, I'm assuming there's no goal.
No goal.
Doobie made a great play on getting back. Darryl Williams there, you know. Oh, here we see it again there. Dewey made a good play, just annoying him enough to where he couldn't get a good shot off. He got enough of the puck to get up in there, kind of slid Wilkie into the net, but Wilkie made a good job of holding himself out by putting his feet up against the crossbar in the middle. But Darryl Williams, you know, he's a hard-nosed player. He never stops coming. He's like the Energizer rabbit. He just keeps on coming and coming and going and going. You know, and he finishes his checks. He's a tough player, but like I said before, I wish he would take that the visor
the
off.
fishbowl, as you call it. Well, it's a penalty on Eric Dubois, and it's the fifth opportunity for Detroit. The Knights are 0 for 5, and the draw was won by Savaglia, but it skips all the way back down in his own zone. We have 11 minutes to go here in the third period. Davey flips it to the corner, and out comes Lonnie Loach. Right wing pass, Savaglia. Drop pass, Loach. Out high, Hines. Drive, save, rebound, and Aaron Gavey on it for Atlanta to work it all the way through. Unofficially, the Knights have outshot Detroit 20-18, but trail it by a count of 3-0. Shank again. Detroit's on the power play. Conroy back to Shank. Pass deflected by Gavey. And he'll just find the alley and clear down for Atlanta. Knights came in 10-6 at home. Detroit came in 7-5-1 on the road. Vipers overall a very strong 18-9-3 as they send it in. Wilkinson sends it up for Nelson. He fell down. Recovered nicely, but now the puck lost. Thrown in front by Smith. Walked off. And Conroy has it. Conroy out high. That shot loose in front. Save Wilkinson. The shot came from Tiley, and then it pinballed around. Good chance there for Detroit.
They got Major standing right inside the crease. If it goes in, it doesn't count anyway, but this is the point. You know, the thing is they got Mark standing right there. He's a big kid. Look at him. He's just parked right in front, and they're getting his shots in. It's like pushing one of those big old oak trees that you see up north.
Absolutely. Mark Major, 6'3", 220. Played in Providence last year in the AHL. Pittsburgh's second rounder in '88.
Big, tough kid. Up and down, you know. Stands in front of the net. That's how he gets all his points.
A real honest player. Puck chipped wide in Wilkinson gloves and holds. And then a shot to the face of Cross by Poglace. Clark Poglace just in from Detroit of the Colonial League.
Yeah, there you go. Figure it out.
And he throws a couple of shots and he's going to the box.
He's just trying to prove something, but he's doing it with the wrong guys.
So the Knights will enjoy a power play of their own in about 27 seconds when the Dubois penalty expires. 9:35 to go here in the third period. Eric Dubois. Kind of a from behind look.
Kind of
just from behind.
Just the top of his head. Eric, you know, he's played well for this club. He's got a kind of a nagging groin injury. He missed a few days of practice last week.
Shot by Smith. Ricochets all the way back through into the Detroit zone. Brad Kiley's there. Turns. Forecheck by Colin Miller.
Old teammates.
They work it along the boards. And out comes Bobby J. Left wing pass. Smith is in. A circle shot. Save Wilkinson. Knights are on their sixth opportunity. Gretzky in. Right circle. Around the net. Still on it. Straub wanting him to shoot. Fakes it. Throws it across. Shot wide by Aru. Out high, Straub. What a nifty move by Gretzky that was.
That was. Good patience. You know, took his time.
Pass across to Aru. Skipped by him. Yves Aru was on the point. Not a familiar spot for him. Brian Straub. Back. Eric Dubois is out there. Knights shoot it in. Gavey and Gretzky, along with Aru on the forward line. Buchanan sweeps it along, but Gretzky keeps it alive. 45 seconds left on the power play. Out high, Straub. Looking back for Gavey. Now Aru. Knights trail by 3. Dubois. First shot wide. And Knickel holds for the stoppage with 29 left on the power play.
Doobie just had to dump that one in. He had a guy standing right in front of him. Hard to make a shot, you know, especially in that area. You don't want to get a shot blocked and have the guy with his momentum going forward and yours going opposite. You know, that's where you get into a situation where you either have to haul a guy down or you just plain and simple get beat and let him go one-on-one on the goaltender. 9 out of 10 times you'll take, I'll haul him down.
Yeah. Yes, I think you will. One of those penalties they call smart. Eric Dubois and Al Peterson discussing things defensively. Jeff Buchanan has left for whatever, maybe an equipment repair. They're repairing the ice, so we'll step it out. 8:04 left. Third period, 3-0 Detroit Atlanta Knights hockey.
I don't get it. Some guy bets 228 and makes $3 million.
Can you imagine what Willie Mays would be worth today?
Yeah.
No holiday sweepstakes.
Another Heineken, right?
Yeah, please.
No blimp with our name on it. No racing team.
Hey, Mays.
None of that is what made Heineken the #1 imported beer in America.
Where's all that money come from?
Ticket prices.
Yeah, I guess.
And all those beer commercials.
When you're on the ice, you're there to win, no matter how many hits you take or how much it hurts. The last thing you think about is taking care of yourself until the next morning. When you play hard, you don't go to any chiropractor. you go to a winner.
Well, there's what you call your basic ice repair. Little CO2. Now, if David Copperfield appears on the screen, I'm going to be really impressed.
Yeah, that's real bad. You can see it from up here.
Is it a rut? Is that where
No, I just think it's a big hole. I think the ice just chipped away. Like I was saying earlier, they turn the air up and they turn up the compressors. And just, you know, the ice is just chipping away and breaking away.
As you mentioned earlier, the Atlanta Hawks have been in town for a couple of games this week, so the basketball floor has been down, I think, since Monday.
Yeah, so it's a good 5 days.
Third period, 8:04 to go, 3-0 Detroit. Chris, the Knights back home on Tuesday, December 27th against the KC Blades. That'll be another division game, and it's starting to get to that point in the year, particularly after the holidays, when 4-point matchups are huge. You know,